State of New California. Notice to all Californians. Chapter 2, Grievance 43, February 16, 2021. New California is a new state in development, exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form a new California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Section 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in the United States Constitution, Articles 4, Section 3 and 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. The New California Declaration of Independence of January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates are designed to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Preamble of the New California State Constitution states, we, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for the continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of a religion, prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition a government for redress of grievances. Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution states, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons and the things to be seized. The counties of New California State brought forward 95 Chapter 1 grievances between January 2018 and November of 2019. On April 28, 2020, New California State will issue 95 additional Chapter 2 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. The Declaration of Grievances Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon citizens of America, all caused by a government and for a mono-party system led by a tyrannical governor who openly defies federal law. California state government violates the following. Constitution, United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature is not convened against domestic violence. Violation of the United States Constitution, Article 6. The Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or the laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. First Amendment, United States Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion, or prohibiting the first exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition a government for redress of grievances. Violation of the 14th Amendment, United States Constitution, Section 3. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civilian or military, under the United States or under any state who have previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. The Congress may, by 2/3 of votes of each House, remove that disability. Order of the day, Step 1. Remove the governor. When Kathy Grimes at Cal Globe wrote, with the $250,000 the Republican National Committee contributed to the effort to recall California Governor Newsom, and now the $125,000 from the state GOP, the Recall Gavin 2020 and Rescue California effort has picked up steam and tops the needed 1.5 million signature threshold. The recent contributions will help gather the goal of 2 million signatures for an added cushion. The recall could be on the ballot as early as this summer 2021, and still the governor and his top staff behave as if this is a joke. The Associated Press reported over the weekend Dan Newman, Newsom's chief strategist, said the check confirms the financial partnership between the recall effort and the state and national Republicans. The facade is gone. It's never been more clear. They're admitting that the Republican recall scheme is simple partisan politics, Newman said in a statement. Republicans have lost every single state election for 15 years, so they're trying increasingly desperate, distracting, and destructive things. Randy Economy, senior advisor for Recall Gavin 2020, told Fox News with new Secretary of State Shirley Weber, appointed by Governor Newsom, she is the final say on whether the recall qualifies for the special election, so the campaign wants to have a healthy cushion of 500,000 extra signatures. We know Governor Newsom is getting desperate right now, Economy said. His political career is blowing up before him, so we're going to keep an eye on Sacramento and the politics of Sacramento so that no funny business is going on to keep ahead of them. On January 15, 2018, New California, years before the current recall effort, New California State declared its independence from the state of California following the constitutional process in Article 4, Section 3, known as the Admission Clause. As part of the independence process, over 137 grievances against the state and its governors must be read in a public forum. The new state clause is the only remedy offered by the Founding Fathers that will yield the necessary changes to make a new state from a pre-existing state once the pre-existing state is rendered by its own actions complete failure. California has been in failure mode for over 5 years. To circumvent the Founding Fathers, the controlled opposition has now surfaced to attempt to stop the new states clause process and attempt to deny New California their constitutional rights. Don't be fooled. The controlled opposition will take many faces and personalities and use many techniques. The deception will be deep and repugnant. Pretenders will appear. The Chicago Syndicate sends the controlled opposition to California. Where is Elliot Ness when you need him? The true Chicago gangster fashion, the Chicago branch of the monoparty deep state syndicate, the mob, has gone into activation mode to turn the failed state of California recall efforts into a controlled opposition, creating the optics of a citizen recall of the tyrannical mobster and tyrant Gavin Newsom. But in reality, California's deep state has already circumvented the vote once again by mandating mail-in ballots and having the Chicago branch of their operation put forth the controlled opposition candidate John Cox, the Chicago darling. When will the citizens of California learn that rearranging the furniture on the Titanic won't keep the ship from sinking? Step 2, Article 4, Section 3. The Founding Fathers gave us a remedy for the crisis of government and the dictatorship that now oppresses the United States citizens residing in California, and it is not a controlled opposition recall. It is called the Admissions Clause of the United States Constitution, also known as the New States Clause. It worked for West Virginia and is working for New California. How long will it be before American citizens dwelling in the other 49 states will demand New California State? They're daily being betrayed by the monoparty cabal of Newsom, Pelosi, Biden, and Harris et al. New California State is forthcoming. New California State will not be absorbed by the United Nations, China, the Chicago Syndicate of the monoparty mob, or any other nefarious entity that does not have the interest of the United States citizens as their primary concern. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from California. New California State is a successful state in development. Nothing can stop what is coming. California is headed for collapse as a state in just a few short months. California's failed trajectory is now set in stone by a craven dictator who chooses to violate both federal and state laws while ignoring the constitutional structure set forth by the Founding Fathers of the United States. Not ignored in New California State, the Founding Fathers are alive and well today, living in the hearts and the minds of all new Californians. New California State's place in history as the 51st state in the Union is assured. Thank you, Founding Fathers. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist and governor dictator and monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the United States Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act are the United States federal laws that govern the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness and insurrection. Acts of secession. The California government, in conjunction with the specialist state executive, instituted where the current socialist governor dictator has usurped power, has actively engaged in acts of secession and have created a reign of terror on the United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America, to thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor dictator of California, the monoparty legislature, and local elected officials is evidence of an abdication of their responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the citizens of the United States living in the California state. Prayer. The citizens of New California State pray for the military to exercise its authority under the continuity of government and the Insurrection Act of 1807 to initiate the military use of martial law and create the restored government of California as requested by the New California State to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States of America. This concludes these proceedings, New California State.